All right, family. Y'all already know what it is. You live with the general. You about to get some fire commentary on overseas, what's going on with the United States in this war with Iran, with the Israelis, the United States, and what's going down and the predicament the United States then got itself in. A lot of people's are, and we have, like I say, we have to look at this. Before we even get started, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, family. Make sure you like the video. It's already going to be off the chain, so you can like the video, share the video, and make sure after the video you make a comment. You understand? Because we want to know how you feel. You feel what I'm saying? So here it is, family. A lot of people's is like, man, because they know that Iran is a very deadly enemy. This is not just a nation you could just step to and think that, and Black power to all the family out there. This is not a nation that you could step to and don't expect, some very serious retaliation. You see, it's an enemy you got to fight to the very end. You see, and I know myself, and they bombing the hell out of the nation. And a lot of people say you cannot beat a nation just bombing it. And I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true. I understand because you got to go in there and put boots on the ground and but that was back in the day, back in the day, they didn't even have no goddamn electricity. Half them people was out there living with candles and, they didn't have nowhere they house ran on electricity. Many of them was living in houses without electricity. But today, when everything is computerized and everything is every and how you get around is your vehicles, and you got a lot of your food is moved on trucks and things of that nature, and you got to have gas, and a lot of the imports and exports is shipping trucks, but it got to come in on the ship, it got to come in on the plane, and so on. And if they bomb your damn airports, if they bomb your airports where you can't get your planes to land, if they cut off your gas so that the 16 wheelers can't move and move products from one end of the country to the next, if they knock out your power plants, they knock out the water treatment plants, and if they knock out the dams. I mean, it's a lot of they make that shit a military crime, a crime against humanity when you do that, because in this day and age, that's defeat to me. In this day and age, that is defeat. You have crippled that nation beyond any ability to repair themselves. It will literally, imagine coming, it will literally take 100 years to to get that nation back to where it was before you bombed it. It would literally be 100 years. You would have to remake a whole damn nation. And so, so, that's defeat to me. That's defeat. Ain't no damn doubt about it, And so back when people was used to living without electricity, and they went down to the river and got their own water, and it wasn't no treatment plant, and wasn't nobody, you went out there and hunt for your food, and you grew your little vegetables and right there in your backyard and this, that, and but in the intricate civilization that we are living in today, that will be catastrophic. And so I don't want no people see, and again, that's why I keep emphasizing to the peoples out there that, you look at the regime and you see, oh, that this guy's in power, but the peoples is, and they knew, you people talking about who blinked. They went out there to defend them damn plants because they knew what would happen if them plants went up, them bridges. They knew the damage that would have happened if that would have happened. You know what I'm saying? So they were, they didn't want to see that happen. They did not want to see the bridges go up. What they talking? Say they doing commercials like that. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Somebody else said that they doing commercials while I'm going live. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to go in there and see what's happening. But hopefully they don't do that. Let me know if another one pop up in there. Let me know if another one pop up because I got it live and it ain't pop up on me. I mean, I ain't even signed in though. I ain't even signed in, so I don't see why I wouldn't. I only seen one come up. I seen one come up. I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, so what we talking about today is that what Iran, United States is gonna have to defeat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. United States. I seen one come up, and but hopefully they don't put no more up. But anyway, I seen with Iran, they are not gonna. They cannot let Iran beat them by cutting off the Strait of Hormuz. They cannot let that happen because it's a whole lot of countries on this planet that would like to use that strategy not only against other enemies but against the United States itself. And so if they let the Iranians beat them at the Strait of Hormuz, China is going to take that strategy. Russia is going to take that strategy. Other nations, and I mean, but those are the primary enemies you see that the United States is up against, especially China. Russia don't, you would think, we just talk about Ukraine, but but Ukraine is giving Russia some smoke, because it's being laced by the United States with armory. You see, that's the only, but they is giving that, but that's showing you that at that point that what a lot of the technology that the United States have is working. Okay, so you have to look at that. You see, because they have kept Russia at bay for over 4 years. So right there, that's showing you that the technology. You say, yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is. Iran and the United States was gonna get into it anyway. And like I say, if anybody believed that he chickened out, I say go on over there to Iran. Get your ticket, Bradford. Go on over there. Get comfortable. Go on over there, get you an Airbnb. You see, they done destroyed that shit over there. They done knocked off 3 levels of their leadership. That when people say that Iran, that imagine this shit. I tried to put it on the flip. I tried to put it on the flip. That's almost saying if Iran had knocked off Trump, JD Vance, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Secretary of Defense, you see, as many as them, if they would have did the exact opposite to the United States, people would have been like, the United States is over with. I'm just saying, I'm just showing y'all how critical, and I'm just saying, a lot of y'all, I'm just being real, is novices at this shit. That y'all not even novices. If you flip that and you look at the same positions that was knocked off over here, and you turn and knock them same positions off, and this motherfucker you would have to vote again. It would be over. This country would be in chaos. just one of them would have got knocked off. I mean, you done knocked off the president, the vice president, the secretary of defense, the motherfucking assistant secretary of defense, the joint chiefs of staff. You done knocked off the goddamn the cabinet. You done knocked the whole cabinet off. And people keep talking about, nigga, that's devastation. That's devastating. Any nation, like, if you knock their leader off, that alone is like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? That shit all over the world. President assassinated. But damn, when the whole cabinet, people acting like they don't have, like, damn, did y'all just see what happened to them over there? They got their ass wiped out. So I say, you know what? You know, listen. We can work with the Strait of Hormuz. Like, really, y'all is really reckless in the fucking interpretation, because if he would have went over there, if he would have continued to bomb, if he would have knocked them, it's a wrap. I don't give a fuck what. You take your ass over there then. If you believe that that would have been a victory for take your ass on over there. Take your ass on over there. Bye. See you. Get your ass up. Get your ticket going over there. You see? No, sir. They have been, yes, it's yes. What's going on in the Strait of Hormuz is very, that's a strategy, but at the same time, you have to look at both sides. Okay, yeah, they're gonna go around that Strait of Hormuz shit. Believe me, they're gonna go around that. They're not gonna take no L on that. Y'all foolish. At the end of the day, in 2 weeks, you gonna see. And all this shit that you talk, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But what I'm saying is, and I'm being critical, and y'all not being critical enough, because y'all don't know if these people can get a goddamn nuclear bomb. Is that any concern? It's not no concern to you. He don't give a goddamn. Them people don't give a fuck about y'all over here. They'll let that motherfucker off on your ass if they could get an opportunity to do it. And so if you ask me would I want Iran, somebody that's screaming death to America, to have a nuclear bomb aimed at me, and what they do is they lace all their proxies all over the United States. I went over this. They proxies in Africa. And some of y'all supposed to be pan-African and shit, but y'all don't know shit. Y'all ain't talking about the jihadists in Africa because y'all don't know shit about it. And y'all don't care about it. I do. And so I know I have a broader perspective of this shit is, is far larger than just the Strait of Hormuz and shit. You see what I'm saying? So I don't give a goddamn about nobody looking at no one man. He represents a motherfucking cabal. He represents a cabal. He represents a goddamn cabal. Niggas is in slavery. Okay. Let's deal with this. Okay, you nigga, you was over here. You came over here a slave. You been a slave. You ain't never did nothing to get free. And so now you want to look at Donald Trump, and he's a devil. That's what he is. But the one before him was a devil. The one after him gonna be a devil. Ain't one you can vote for that not gonna be a devil. If that motherfucker, just like he put the yarmulke on his head, went over there to the wall, the one before him put the yarmulke on his head, went to the wall, the one before him put the yarmulke on his head, went to the wall. What does that mean? They have taken the oath. So which one didn't take the oath? Okay, so meaning, so it's some of them. I don't separate none of them. You want to look at one and say, oh, Donald Trump. I see them all the same. You see? And that's what the problem is. He is for white supremacy. And the only reason people are mad at Donald Trump is that maybe Donald Trump is their daddy. And they want Donald Trump to do something for them that he's not going to do. If you see him for what he is, he's there for white supremacy. That's all. Then you can respect the game. Respect the game and get out of your feelings about, because it's not going to happen. Do for self. If you was doing for self, if you had strategized for self, if you had put something in your goddamn deposited in your bank account of liberation, which you have not done, you wouldn't be thinking so much about what Donald Trump is doing. But because niggas have not practiced no black power, they have not deposited nothing in the bank account of liberation. They in deficit. They in deficit. They have no they have no plan on the table, and so all they could do. I'm not whining about Donald Trump. I'm not. I don't give a goddamn. He was gonna do whatever the other one was gonna do, cause they ass is all being told how this shit gonna go. Period. Every last one of them that come in power, even the one that's coming, they're gonna be preparing for China. That's it. They're gonna be preparing for going to war. And so if you don't understand that, then too goddamn bad. Too goddamn bad. Just be a goddamn casualty. I'm sick of y'all crying out there. You're gonna be a goddamn casualty. Okay? If you're not putting nothing in the depositing into your account of black liberation, too goddamn bad. Because it looked like you gonna cry till the motherfucking eyeballs pop out your damn skull. And that's what y'all gonna do. That's what y'all gonna do. I don't have no, I know what's gonna happen. And Marcus Garvey told us that this was gonna happen. That these days, and told us we might as well separate from these people a long time ago. Get your own and get prepared and build up your defense to protect yourself, because the day gonna come. And you know this man got a long list of enemies that want to pay him back. You lay up under his ass, you love him, you lay up on and cry about him. You ain't did nothing to get from up under the beast. You're not even in the belly of the beast. You in the motherfucking gut. And so but at the end of the day, this is about and like I say, anybody that believes that the United States is losing, you can have your belief. I tell you what, take your ass wherever you at right now. I'm quite sure if you're in the United States, it's pretty comfortable right now. I ain't trying to I'm not, this is not, it is what it is. Take your ass over to Tehran, take your ass over there, and you sit over there. You feel me? Get you a barbecue grill, get your little Hennessy, nigga, get your blunts, and you sit on over there, nigga, and wait on it. If you believe that, just take your ass on over there and wait on it, because it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Now, like I say, they done knocked off damn near 75 of the top leaders, not the bottom. That is hell of a destruction on a motherfucker. That's a L. That's an L. Anybody that say, oh, the top 75 leaders in military government is beheaded at damn near one time, and people see that as a victory, you can go over there with them. That I don't see that as no victory. That was a hell of a decapitation. That was a hell of a decapitation. If you lose the United States president alone, that you know how devastating that would be. But to lose the president, the vice president, the speaker of the House, the secretary of defense, the assistant, the whole cabinet, that's damn near like knocking out half the Congress plus the cabinet, the vice president. Like, god damn, man, they went over there and motherfucking hollowed their ass out. Hollowed them out. That's what happened. So, but and that's why I don't believe that United States gonna take a L over there at all. You're gonna see within 2 weeks, and we'll come back to this. I'm glad y'all coming out here showing your feelings. This is strategy. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I tell you what, in 2 weeks, and we're gonna be talking about this daily to show you, and we'll come back and revisit this. Yeah, yeah, they can replace him. Yeah, they can. And they're gonna knock the next one up. And so Bradford, I'm gonna just show you this. Just because you talking. The fact is that many of their own is working for the Israelis. Did you know that, Bradford? You see, you know that. Did you know that? Many Iranians work for the Mossad of the Israelis. How do you think they knocked all them motherfuckers off and they was hiding? You know why? Because some of their own is already telling them where their asses is at. So they knocking off all that shit. They know where that shit located, bro. They on the inside. So you sitting up here acting like they already work for them. Okay, then. Well, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. So they got some of their own that want to see them fall. Okay, so but we'll revisit this. We coming black. I appreciate your dialogue. I like that. I like you can come over here and feel how you want to feel. You still family. I hope, I hope. I want you to come back. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe because you're not going to get no commentary like this nowhere on YouTube. This is the general say, come back, family. We got more for this evening, for this Friday, Black Power.